Given the fact that each team participating in the ICC World Cup is only allowed a squad consisting of 15 players as well as of course 3 standby players, it's very important for each and every team to get the combinations or the balance right. Now, one of the best ways to get that balance right, or better yet to boost both your batting as well as bowling, is to include a few all-rounders in your squad. It's a trick that we've seen a lot of teams use, most notably in recent times England use, especially so to get plenty of success in white ball cricket. Have more all-rounders, it means you're playing less specialist bowlers and you're packing your batting really deep, but it also gives you a variety of options in attack, and that is why perhaps recently former India head coach Ravi Shastri has spoken a lot about India needing to carry not just 2 or 3 but potentially 4 all-rounders in their World Cup 15. His solution to that, rather interestingly, is to not have a backup wicketkeeper. So that means most likely, if you're going by how things are, there'll be no Sanju Samson in the World Cup squad, according to Hardik Pandya, because you'd use that one spot to accommodate an extra all-rounder. Normally, most people are assuming that you would have Jadeja in there, and 2, let's say the other all-rounders would be, of course, Hardik Pandya and potentially Shardul Thakur. So that means someone like an Akshar Patel will, of course, miss out and could potentially be only in the reserves. But if you have to ask Ravi Shastri, what Shastri has said is that he'd keep all 4 all-rounders and not have a backup wicket-keeper option. This is what he said recently in conversation with Star Sports. He said that I'll go with both Akshar Patel and Shardul Thakur in the squad, and I will keep Sanju Samson on standby in case something happens to the keeper. Now, when he says I will keep Sanju Samson on standby, it means that Sanju Samson will not be a part of the 15-member squad, which of course is something that seems to be a little bit of a trend at this point, given that there have been rumors that he will be dropped from the Asia Cup squad as well, wherein of course you're only still allowed 15 odd players you will be keeping. So it does seem like considering the fact that they seem very convinced with Ishan Kishan and KL Rahul could very well said to be making a comeback, there might not be any place for Sanju. And according to Shastri, saying even if Sanju was fully fit, I would keep Sanju Samson on standby and keep that extra squad, all-rounder in my squad, because as he said, you just need those added options. And in fact, someone who agreed with him in this regard was, of course, Sandeep Patil, who was also part of this same conversation. And he said that, look, in 1983, which is of course the year when India won their first ever ODI World Cup, the combinations we had many all-rounders in the team, and having all-rounders gives you variety and options as well. Now again, I mentioned the example of England earlier on in the video, and you can see just how much they have benefited from having a number of all-round options. At this point, if you go back to even their squad in the T20 World Cup of 2022, they had proper batting options till number 9, and then at number 10 and 11 you had the likes of Adil Rashid. So again, hardly someone who's a mug with the bat, let's say, but also these guys, they were probably their worst batters. So that in itself tells you everything you need to know. Someone like Chris Wokes would be walking in at 8 or 9, and he's a very talented batsman. So that is the advantage of having so many all-rounders, because again, with England you have to remember that Ben Stokes, they had someone like a Liam Livingston in the squad who can roll his arm over, a Moeen Ali, all of these guys who provide different options with both the bat and the ball. So it's easy to understand where exactly it is that Sandeep Patil and Ravi Shastri are coming from in this regard. But Shastri hasn't only spoken about the importance of all-rounders, he's also said that you need to be having good pacers in your squad as well. This is his other important pointer which he said. He said that if you need, you're talking about pacers, if you need 4 pacers, then you already have 1 in Hardik Pandya. If Jasprit Bumrah is fit, he walks into the squad. Shami also walks into the squad. You've got Mohammad Siraj, of course, and Shardul Thakur as well. So again, Shastri is kind of sticking with what it is he was saying when he said that you need plenty of pacer options. And again, you would remember that during Shastri's tenure as coach, he did place a lot of emphasis on having a good pace battery. Is why India have had good depth in that particular area of the squad in recent times, and why someone like a Prasidh Krishna right now has at best and only an outside chance of making it to the ODI World Cup squad. But such is the depth there right now that there's no guarantee that he'd at best be a backup. And this is of course what Ravi Shastri is saying. It might be very different, but right now if you're looking at how things have been playing out in recent times, these seem to be the most logical options. The real question will be, who do you sit out? Because again, Bumrah walks into the 11, as Shastri rightly says. Same with a Shami. Siraj might just end up being a backup because they'd want Shardul Thakur there, given he provides you a good batting option at number 8 as well. Otherwise, you've seen in recent times how thin the batting tends to look for India when they only bat till 7. It came back to haunt them a couple of times during the West Indies series. You ended up losing the series primarily because the West Indies batted much deeper than you and were therefore able to bat more aggressively. In ODI cricket, it's a different matter. If you want to play aggressively, you still do need a deeper batting lineup, because otherwise you're going to be looking to save wickets as much as you would be to score runs quickly. So what are your thoughts though on this entire matter? Do you think Ravi Shastri is right when he says that India should be including as many all-rounders as possible, or do you think specialists will do the trick in what is still a slightly more traditional format than T20 cricket? You guys can let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon, leave us a comment, follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget to download the SportsTak app, and if you're already on this channel, go ahead, check out some other videos that we've done. But for now, from my side, it's goodbye.